So today we've got a little froggy friend here that's making his way through a dungeon. Hopefully he doesn't die. We can make sure he doesn't die by taking some of these dice that we rolled here, like this boosting die here that boosts the values in these slots. So we can take a 4 splash attack thing here, and this poor little elephant fly looking thing only has 6 health. So this is a pretty easy fight. And after a fight, we get to add a die to our bag. All the dice have special abilities, but I do like this one the best. It's got a quick attack thing, and it has a double dip thing, so we get to draw extra dice when we play this. So now we get to move on, and down here has the best options going forward, or at least the most options. So we'll go ahead and fight, ooh, a couple of grubs. Gross. Is that a donut? It's a tasty modifier. When killed, deals 3 damage to the player. Well, that's just rude. When killed, the actions of the next enemy will be canceled. Interesting. But we are due for a lot of damage, so why don't we go ahead and take this 3 thing here, boost those slots there, give ourselves a little bit of block so we get some 5 block after this. That should take care of all the damage. And sadly, we don't have enough energy to play this splash die again, but we do have this other damage die that will end up doing 4, and we can take out one of these grubs, but I think that's gonna hurt us. So why don't we just go ahead and deal damage to the thing with the most health, and the block will take care of all the damage. Now this D8 does like to do splash damage, so if we got a 6, we probably could take out everybody all at once. But what happens if we boost that again? Does the splash damage boost? It looks like it does, so everybody gets taken out. Sadly though, we still take damage. Oh, but these D4s that we get don't cost any energy. So what does a heavy dice do? After you use lock on the board and drop in value. Okay, so that could just be a recurring boost, but I don't like that for a D4, so let's just take some free block. And then we go ahead to this fight. This guy is looking pretty chill here. A few of the same enemies, but thankfully you just only take 1 die to be done with this. So glass die can only be used once per fight. Probably don't want that for an attack thing, but you copy any dice 4 slots away. I like this D8 with blocking. So now we actually have a couple of options, an unknown tile, an event tile, or a discard. Either way, we can go to a forge right after this. Let's take the bottom path. So we go to an event where we encounter some rations left behind. Looks like those who are enjoying them left in a hurry. Interesting. So we could eat some where we gain more max HP, get a watermelon slice relic. If exactly 3 dice on the board have a face value of 3, all dice on the board get a +3 extra value. Wow. Or munchable dopamine. If we finish a battle with full HP, increase max HP. Oh, I like this. Among the remains, managed to encounter some sort of pill. The munchable dopamine. Perfect. And now we can go to a forge where, oh, this bro is a hammerhead in the very literal sense. Interesting. So we can modify free sample, increase the value of faces from basic tier dice. Oh, well, we'll take the free sample, I think. And let's boost the faces of the basic attack die so we can actually do a decent amount of damage. Oh, okay. So this is way more freeing than I thought it was. So we can get rid of all of these. Just 3 damage altogether? Sure. Almost makes me wish I got the watermelon relic. But the next one costs 4. We could do another modify, but I'm not sure redistributing the faces of a die is really gonna benefit. So let's just move on. And then we go to an unknown tile, where we have another fight with a mystery archer type of person. Oh, and you're attacking twice. Well, are you rude? Let's just gain 6 block here, and then maybe a little bit of healing, just so we can top ourselves up, and then hopefully get some max HP at the end of this fight. Now you're just doing the same thing again, so you're rude, but let's boost that 4 to a 7, so at least we can reduce your health and then hopefully heal up after this, but we don't get that option. We just get a lot of blocking. Nothing wrong with that. Can we get our healing die back, please? Okay, we can reduce this guy's health even more, or we could kill him outright. I think we just gotta end this fight, just so we don't lose more health. And here's a terrain die. Apply a +3 boost to the slot it is used on. That should help for getting dice in place later. So discard or an elite battle tile. I think we can do an elite fight. There is a rest tile right after it. And our little frog is doing pretty well so far. Oh, so I guess elite fight just means that there's more than one mob that we have to deal with, but we'll be okay. We can use a free D4 to get the 5 block we need to stop all of this damage. And I think we target you first because you cancel the attacks of the enemy. And we can get the 4 there to boost to a 7 and deal some splash damage to the other one. So I think we'll be okay. And there's our healing die again, but it rolled a 0, so we need to boost it. So let's just get this here for a little bit of healing like that. we could boost it again, but I think we also need some shields to stop all the damage. That's working pretty well, and hopefully we can get another healing die to top up, but sadly we don't. So I think we just need to go ahead and end this fight. Step 1 of that is taking out the little guy here, and then that cancels your move. Now a simple boost can finish you off altogether. So that's the first mob. Oh, and look at you. You're a big fellow, looking all goopy. And you're a narcissist, I guess. Enemy will increase its number of attacks if it doesn't receive damage. Well, it's a good thing we do splash damage then. But we still need some block. Is that enough? No, 4 isn't quite enough. But it's better than no block. And he's still taking damage, so he's not gonna increase the number of his attacks. But we should definitely still get this terrain dice down here somewhere, and then we can boost it. That should be good. Can we boost it here for enough block? Not if we want to take out one of the enemies, so we need to do this to take you out, and we still won't take damage. So we can save on you and still put the terrain die in here to boost that one slot to a +4. Beautiful! Now, if we boost it again, and then put the big damage die here, that's 12 damage. And we can still get shields for free, but you didn't receive damage, so you're actually attacking twice. Thankfully though, 4 block is enough to stop that. And then the terrain value seems to diminish every time, but this is still enough. I just wish we could heal after this. We could draw dice. Does this stop the turn though? Or we'll just see what happens. We just keep drawing, and our healing dice is nowhere to be seen. Oh well, at least we get a relic after that fight. Beautiful. Ooh, heal 2 HP at the end of the battle. That's exactly what I need. And maybe another healing dice that sadly is made of glass. And it's faulty, so we can't upgrade it. But it's still better than no healing. And now we can go to a rest, so we can heal all of our HP. All 3 that we were missing. That's so tragic. But we are coming up on a shop here for after these treasure tiles. And all this is leading up to a big fight at the end here, so hopefully we're ready for it. And it looks like all the rest stuff is at the top of the route, so let's go up here, where we get 2 coins and a relic. Hey, shiny stone. Boost dice gain +1 boost value when all available target slots have dice on them. Neat. And now we go to a shop where the spoon looks like it's constantly growing and shrinking. Oh, but we get a free sample. The flash property. Use immediately after placing it on the board. Ooh, that's cool. That would actually be good for the terrain dice, so that spot gets the boost instantly. Awesome, I love free samples. And the best part is we can afford like all of these. Blinding light bulb, deal 2 damage to all enemies when dice with the flash property are used. Hey, that pairs up pretty nicely actually. And you also do flash property, reroll all their dice on the board. Oh, all of these kind of synergize together because you deal damage every time a dice is rerolled. And you re-roll dice. But I think the light bulb is gonna be the best thing for us, just for that continuous damage. Now let's move up here to a discard tile, even though I really don't want to remove anything. Or we could remove all properties, which would help with, oh, we can't do that for our healing dice? Really? It's not like that? It's not like that. Well, in that case, we're just gonna skip this and then go to the second elite battle. And we start with the goopy boy here, but we can put you down. So you boost that slot, deal damage to those things, so you're not going to boost your attack, which is good. And then let's see, 4 block is needed here, so we can save on our healing die as well, and have a pretty chill first round. Now we still have that relic where if all the target slots have dice, then the boost dice get boosted. But that's a little difficult to do with how many action points we have. I guess it'd be easiest with the 3 die going over there. We just can't make use of this +1, which is too bad. And then we're not really gonna be able to avoid damage here, it seems like. But we can still do that. So that gets a 4 boost, which gets so close to taking that guy out. I still want to keep you from increasing your attacks. So a little bit of damage won't be the end of the world. So let's put you here. Deal a little bit of damage to you from the flash. In the extra boosted slot here, we can put the healing die. But we're still gonna take damage, so let's just do as much as we can here with 7 damage to you, and then we take a little bit, but we can heal up right after. And then you're like impossible to fill all the slots for, but let's use you to heal and then shield ourselves from damage. He's gonna get an extra attack the next turn, but he's not gonna be able to use it. Goodbye. Okay, first mob done. Whoa, hello. You got a violin player here or something. Oh, you blocked a slot. Keeps an ant dice on the board. Well, aren't you rude? And actions of this enemy are based on the dice you use. Oh, interesting. So if we attack, you're probably going to attack. And if we block, yeah, you're gonna get blocked. But it's not too much. Okay, but we can map out where to put the 3. So you go there. And either way, splash damage is gonna be good. Oh, it doesn't take you out? Okay, in that case, let's just play the slow game and give ourselves some block, which is gonna give the enemy some block. Oh, it gave all of them some block. Well, that's annoying. Let's see, you're gonna be eliminated. Oh, can we synergize with the boosting dice? We can, so that does 8 damage. Wow. Ooh, that actually gets closer. So if we do take you out, then we still have enough block to stop all the damage. Good. And then we do a little bit of boost here. Gets rid of their shields, but I don't think we actually are able to take either of them out with this combination. So we're just gonna block, but it looks like the ant just keeps getting more damage. It seems like that's from the boost that it's getting. So thankfully we have a high boost die here to go in there, and then a little bit more boost here. Oh, 10, that's not enough. And we already used both of our healing dies. So let's just play it slow and careful. And now this next turn, we can get rid of the annoying ant down here with enough splash damage, and we can focus on the big guy, or the big fly person thing. Oh, that's still gonna do damage. I don't wanna lose damage. I wanna get more max HP. But of course, the only shield dice that we have right now is the big one. We're still doing good though. We could boost the same slot or boost a different one. Let's boost a different one. And then you get enough damage for you. And then you will get enough block. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so the ant is finally out of here, which also frees up the slot over here, even though we were never using it. And we still get a little bit of shielding like this. This poor copycat really can't do enough to stop what's coming. A little more boosting there and a little more boosting there. The fight is done, and we kept all of our max HP. So we get 1 more point. Amazing. And let's go ahead and get this energy drink so we get extra energy on the first turn. Oh, this dice has a retry value. You can reroll this dice at no cost. Wow. Or we get a heavy shield dice that locks itself, so we could continuously get blocking. I like this idea. And then we go to another forge. Hey, another free sample, yes. So let's boost the value of the terrain die. We could even it all out to 3, but I think I want a +4 at the end here. That'll be good. And then I think I want to do it again for the heavy die. So we can increase this by 8 points? Wow, get those up to 3. We can get you to 5, 6, and 8. And it looks like 8's the highest it can go. So could we just... Oh, we can't reduce the value of this. But we could still do a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Why not 2 8s? I like this idea. And now we can do another elite fight, and there's still a rest before the boss. Yes. As we fight 3 enemies initially, plus the big old goober. But sadly, the heavy dice got the lowest value at the beginning, of course. Well, either way, we have enough energy to include that in filling up all of these slots here. And we can avoid these guys because they're different. So you give shield, and you deal damage to a random enemy. Interesting. But at least if you're locked here, then that's 5 block every turn. So that, oh, what? It just did the face value, not the boosted value? I guess because the terrain thing wasn't in there. That's disappointing. But we can still zap things and then deal a lot of splash damage to take everybody out. Although it's still not enough block. Well, we still have healing dice. Oh, never mind. I forgot the grub gave us shield. Okay, even better. And then let's just get you out of here. As we have another copycat and the archer that attacks twice. And you tangle things. And you reduce value of dice in the slots. So that's not fun. But we can start things off with a little bit of a boost to gain enough shielding to block everything. And if we do this, then you start to do damage. But we still have a 0 shield thing. So never mind that. We're just gonna shield this right now. At least we have a slot that is boosted. And no damage dice this turn. Just a really weird stalemate. And now we can do damage. Let's put you here or here. We can put this here to boost the shield die there, and then boost you. So when we put things there, we can still do a lot of damage. Enough to take you out for sure. And then a free shield here for 4 shields. Yeah, that'll be enough. Or I guess maybe not exactly. We still take 1 damage, but thankfully we still have our healing dice in the bag. Okay, so more shields and then boost this spot again. Just get all the blocks that we need and still do damage. And because all these spots are filled, then everything's getting boosted. Wow, that worked out nicer than I thought it would. And I want to get rid of the buffing bard in the back. Okay, and there's our healing that we thankfully only need 1 point of. So we can boost other spots and put shield here to block and then you here to damage. damage. And then that's enough to take out the bard. Yes, there's a little bit of thinking that goes into how to do things, but we are still able to do all sorts of excessive damage. Oh, but not that time. But this also opens us up to damage. I'd rather not. And just go forward with this, so we still get blocks. Now, can this please be enough to take you out? Ooh, yes it is. Beautiful. Another point of max HP. And a relic. Dice with a face value of 6 get 6 extra value. Wow. But I don't have a lot of dice that have a face value of 6. Dice placed on the corner slots get +1 value if not next to any other dice. Yeah, that'll be good. Now, I would like some more healing dice, maybe, but I think we do need to do more damage. So another double dip damage dice and a mystery event, which is, of course, another combat. But it doesn't look like it's an elite combat, so it's not too much of a worry. And if we put the shield one here, that's honestly a bit overkill, but it's really the only good thing we have. Actually, I totally forgot about the drawing thing. So boost the corner slot there, since that likes to do things. And can we do any more? It doesn't look like we can do any more once we start to do things. But I mean, might as well put that there and then boost this so it's even better. 13 block. I feel like the boss is not gonna have a good time here, but also we didn't damage you. Actually, we did. Never mind. Okay, so thankfully the 3 reaches both corner spots. So we can put you here, deal lots of splash, and we still get a lot of shields. This is ridiculous, and I love it so much. But you are still getting boosted by you periodically, and we don't have any boosting dice this turn, but we can still do the slot there. You took enough damage. And actually, can we take out... Ooh, we can take you out. And we still have the blocks to stop the bard. Just getting absolutely stomped. That's what these enemies like to do. Another point of max HP. Ooh, a 3rd healing dice. Or a D6 that does splash, but you're glass. We'll take the healing. And thankfully, we don't need to do the HP resting. Can we increase max HP, please? Ooh, yes, we can. Beautiful. So it's time for the boss, and you are huge. And you're making little grub dumplings? That's honestly amazing. Croissant pillar chef. So lore-wise, all these little guys are croissant. That's honestly amazing. What do you do? Oh, you heal the player. Well, and you deal damage to an enemy. Okay, so sadly we don't have a splash die, but we can draw things. Hey, and there it is. Good old boost of corner slots. But I wish I could re-roll this. So we can boost it, but that also loses the bonus of being in the corner spot. So that doesn't really make a difference. We can do this though, and then some shielding here. You deal a lot of damage actually, but we're still gonna be okay. And we just like nuked all of our boosting dice. Oh well. We still do that, take out those guys. Did we not heal from that? Thought we were supposed to heal from that. Well, fine then. You're just gonna shield yourself, so I might as well heal myself for all of that? Yeah, all of that. Okay, now they do the thing. Of course it happens at the end of turn, but not when they die. Ooh, but you're the shield one. Wait, you're not shield. Applies thorns? And what do you do? Energizer? Okay, so these are all boosting me. I must have misread it the first time. And you're just gonna spawn allies, so that's fine. Sadly, no splashes, but we can cover ourselves for shields for the rest of time. So sure, these poor guys aren't gonna be able to do anything. And then more terrain boosting. And lots of splash damage to everybody. I see nothing wrong with this. And we have enough block to stop the chef. Yes! Aha! So this was the grub that I saw before, so it does do damage to the player sometimes. See, I knew it wasn't crazy, but let's just boost that slot there, and then still get more boosts, which actually, the fun thing is, this lone island, mixed with the locked-in dice, means that that's triggering every time. I like it. I'm just sad that we can't really do anything with this setup, and then just boost everything, sure, just throw in all the things for 30 block, just to show that we can. As we were waiting for the splash damage. And you're just gonna spawn things and take shields, so sure, this is fine. Probably could have done more, but oh well. And then boost even more things. Losing the lone dice bonus, but for the sake of damage, we're gonna do it anyway. And continue with even more boostings. But you're about to do 9 damage, and I really don't want to lose health here, but I think we'll be okay. The chef is pretty much done for. That thorns actually almost took him out. Oh, and do you heal? You do. But you deal poison. So let's take a little splash of heals. Actually, let's terrain boost, which almost killed the chef outright. A little healing here, a little bit of free shielding. Or do we have enough to take the free healing? We do. And then, yeah, just take you out. So all the corners are getting all the lone island boosts, and we're still gonna have enough shielding to stop the damage. Chef is down. And I really just want the splash die. There it is. Everybody gets taken out. Oh, and I guess the healing kicked in first before the max HP, so we still get an increase. Awesome. New relic. Survival kit, even turns gain more energy. And what do you do? Area, damage to all enemies. Hey, that could be good too. Yeah, I like that better. And more max HP. So we get to delve even deeper into the Monarch's Grove. But I think that'll do it for this look at Die in the Dungeon, as it's about to go into early access on February 21st. Not sponsored, but the devs were kind enough to send me an early key. So if you guys want to see more, then be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching, and sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Deviant X, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Haple Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sands, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.